Namaste. Welcome to Bishon Concept Teaching. Class 10 NCERT syllabus. Today, let us solve the problems on polynomials. Let us solve the exercise 9.2 first main questions. Find the zeros of the following quadratic polynomials and verify the relationship between the zeros and the coefficients. Before going to the exercise, first let me tell the information. See here, there are two formulas. They are, first one is alpha plus beta is equal to minus b by a, and alpha beta is equal to c by a. Okay, we have these two formulas. We know that the general form of quadratic equation, that is ax square plus bx plus c. It is the general form of quadratic equation. Here a, it is the coefficient of x square, right? It is the coefficient of x square, and b, it is the coefficient of x, and c, it is constant. We know this. But we don't know what are alpha and beta. See here, alpha and beta, they are the zeros of the polynomials of the quadratic equation. Okay? Alpha, beta, they are the zeros of the polynomial of the quadratic equation. What is the meaning of these equations? Say alpha plus beta. We know that alpha and beta, they are the zeros of the polynomial of the quadratic equation. Alpha plus beta, what it means? The sum of the zeros of the polynomial is equal to minus b. Minus b means what? Coefficient of x divided by a means the coefficient of x square. Okay? Then the product of zeros of the polynomial is equal to constant divided by coefficient of x square. Now you will understand this when we will solve the problems. So watch the video till the end for the better understanding. Now let me rub this and let us solve the problems. And the first question is x square minus 2x minus 8. First let me read this. Find the zeros of the following quadratic polynomials. See, up to here. Find the zeros of the following quadratic polynomials. This is the first part of the question. So, first let us solve the first part of the question. That is, we have to find the zeros of the quadratic equation x square minus 2x minus 8. How to find out the zeros of the polynomial of this quadratic equation? We have to factorize this. Okay? Today I want to give one table. Keep it in mind. Suppose when they will give the quadratic equation, remember this one. See here. Here minus minus it is there, isn't it? Suppose factors. Suppose if it is plus plus, means in this equation, here if it is plus and here it is plus, then factors we will get as plus plus. Okay? Here it is minus minus. Okay? Minus minus. Factors we will get in minus plus. Okay? Suppose if it is plus minus. Suppose if it is plus minus. Factor symbol it will be in plus minus. Suppose if it is minus plus, we will get minus minus. You have to remember this table so that it is helpful to solve the factorization, means to solve the quadratic equation. Okay? It is just an hint so that you can do it without mistake. Now let us factorize this. we already done in the 9th standard, but let me do here. See here, what we will do? This one and this one we will multiply, isn't it? Minus 8 and x square. Minus 8 into x square is minus 8x square, right? Is equal to minus 2x. Middle term we will write here, minus 2x. I already told you, observe the symbols that is here and here, that is minus minus. Say, when it is minus minus, we have to write minus plus. Without thinking, write here minus plus. Okay? So that we have to choose two numbers. When we will multiply this, we have to get this as answer, and when we will subtract this, we have to get this as answer. Which are those numbers? That is 4x and 2x. See, minus into plus is minus. 4 2s are 8. X into x is x square. That is, when we will multiply these two, we got this as answer. Now, minus 4x plus 2x is how much? Minus 2x, right? When we will subtract these two, we will get this as answer. We have to find those numbers, okay? They are minus 4x and plus 2x. Now, let me substitute in this. For this x square, let me write x square, okay? This minus 2x, look at this. This minus 2x, I will replace it as minus 4x plus 2x. Minus 4x plus 2x. Then for this minus 8, let me write minus 8. Now, let us separate these two terms. Okay? Now, x square minus 4x, which is common in this? Say x square and x. So, which is common? X it is common. So, let us take x outside. Then what is left here? X is left. Minus 4. Because already x we have taken out. Now, plus 2 and 8. Which is common? 2 is common. 2 x minus 2 with the 8. 2 4s are 8. Okay? Now x minus 4 and x plus 2. And we will equate it to 0. Okay? We will equate the quadratic equation to 0. Now first let me equate this x minus 4 to 0. X minus 4 is equal to 0. X is equal to, when this minus 4, it crosses this is equal to sign, it will become plus 4. X is equal to plus 4. Now, x plus 2 is equal to 0. Let us equate this to 0. Then, x is equal to this plus 2. When it will cross this is equal to sign, it will become minus 2. Now we got two answers for the value of x, that is 4 and minus 2. What are they? What we will call for this 4 and minus 2? These are the zeros of the polynomial of the quadratic equation x square minus 2x minus 8, because they are called as the zeros of the polynomial of this quadratic equation, because when we will substitute 4 in the place of x, we will get this equation as 0. Say, otherwise, when we will substitute in the place of x minus 2, okay, then we will get this equation as 0. Okay. So this x is equal to 4 and x is equal to minus 2. They are called as the zeros of the polynomial for the quadratic equation x square minus 2x minus 8. Say, already told you. These are the zeros of the polynomial of the quadratic equation. Then by using which symbol we will represent them? By using alpha and beta. Let me rub this. That is, x is equal to 4, x is equal to minus 2. They are the zeros of the polynomial. Okay? Zeros of the polynomial. So, we will write alpha is equal to 4, beta is equal to minus 2. Alpha is equal to 4, beta is equal to minus 2. Okay? We have solved the first part of the question. That is, find the zeros of the following quadratic polynomial. And we have found the zeros of the polynomial of the quadratic equation. And we have completed the first part of the question. Right? Now, the second part of the question is verify the relationship between the zeros and the coefficient. This is the second part of the question. And we have to solve this. See, they have given verify. Verify means what we have to do? We have to do the verification. Right? When they will tell you to verify, you have to remember, always we will do LHS is equal to RHS in the verification, right? See, what we have to verify? We have to verify the relationship between the zeros and the coefficient. Now we have to remember those formulas. Which are those? That is alpha plus beta is equal to minus b by a, alpha beta is equal to c by a. This is the formula, very important formula. This formula, it shows the relationship between the zeros and the coefficient of a quadratic equation. Because we know that alpha and beta, they are the zeros of the polynomial, and b, it is the coefficient of x, and a, it is the coefficient of x square. And they have the relationship, isn't it here? And here the product. See, alpha, beta, they are the zeros of the polynomial, and this one, it is the constant divided by coefficient of x square. So this formula, it shows the relationship between the zeros and the coefficients. But we have to verify this. Means we have to do the second part of the question. Let us do that. Okay? Let me rub this. Now let us solve the second part of the question. We know that the value of alpha is 4, beta is equal to minus 2. And here we have to verify the relationship between zeros and the coefficient. See, alpha plus beta is equal to minus b by a. Alpha into beta is equal to c by a. These are the two formulas. It shows the relationship between zeros and the coefficient, isn't it? So we have to verify this. First, let us verify this equation. Okay, this one. That is alpha plus beta is equal to minus b by a. See here we know the values of alpha and beta. But what is b and a? We must know that first. Now look at this given question. X square minus 2x minus 8. Okay? It is in the form of ax square plus bx plus c. Right? That is x square minus 2x minus 8. Look at this. Here a, it is the coefficient of x square, and b, it is the coefficient of x, and c is constant. So the value of a is what? 1. Nothing is behind, means we will consider it as 1. And a, it is the coefficient of x square. B is minus 2. and C is minus 8. See, B is the coefficient of x. Okay? That is, the sum of zeros of the polynomial is equal to minus of coefficient of x divided by coefficient of x square. Here B is the coefficient of x and A is the coefficient of x square. Okay? Hope you have understood the meaning of this formula. Now let us verify this. When they told us to verify, what we have to do? We have to do LHS is equal to RHS. Say, what is the LHS? LHS is alpha plus beta. Isn't it? That is, the value of alpha is 4 plus beta is minus 2. So let me take this in the bracket. 4 plus into minus is minus 2. 4 minus 2 is 2. Okay. Now let us solve the RHS. That is minus B by A. For this minus, let me write minus B. The value of B is what? Minus 2. Let me take this in the bracket. Divided by A. The value of A is 1. Minus into minus is plus 2 divided by 1. Okay? Minus into minus is plus 2. You can write this symbol or no need to write the symbol. Say 2 by 1. It is nothing but what? 2 by 1 is nothing but what? 2. Therefore, LHS is equal to RHS. And this relationship it is verified. Now we have to verify this relationship. That is alpha beta is equal to C by A. Let us verify this. Let me rub the board. Now let us verify this alpha beta is equal to C by E. First let me write the LHS. LHS is alpha into beta. The value of alpha is 4. Beta is minus 2. Then plus into minus is minus 4 2s are 8. Then RHS is what? C by A. C by A. The value of C is minus 8 divided by A, that is 1. See, minus 8 by 1. Anything divided by 1, we will get the same answer, right? Therefore, this minus 8 by 1, I will write it as minus 8. Okay? Now look at these answers. LHS is equal to RHS. We have verified this. Okay? We have verified the relationship between this formula. The product of the zeros of the polynomial is equal to constant divided by coefficient of x square. Hope you have understood. Now let us solve the second question. Now let us solve the second question, that is 4s square minus 4s plus 1. First, let us solve the first part of the question, that is find the zeros of the following quadratic polynomial. First, let us find the zeros of the quadratic polynomial. To find out the zeros of the quadratic polynomial, we have to factorize this, isn't it? See, 1 into 4s square is how much? 4s square is equal to, say, minus 4s. Now look at this. Here it is minus plus. Minus plus means what we have to get? Minus minus. Without thinking, you have to write minus minus, and the factors it will come in minus minus. Okay? Already in the first question, I had given this table, so that you can write without doing the mistake. So, we have to find two numbers such that when we will multiply these two, we have to get this as answer. And when we will add these two, we have to get this as answer. We have to find those numbers. Which are they? That is 2s into 2s. 2s, 2s. Now look at this. Minus into minus is plus. 2 2s are 4. S into s is s square. When we will multiply these two, we got this as answer. Right? In the same way, minus 2s is how much? Minus 4s. When we will add these two, we will get this as answer. Now, for this 4s square, let me write 4s square. This minus 4s, I can replace it as minus 2s, right? This 4s, I will replace it as minus 2s. For this plus 1, let me write plus 1. Now let us do the proof. Now look at this 4s square minus 2s. What is common in this? 4 and 2. Which is common? 2 is common. S square and s. Which is common? S is common. So let me take 2s outside. Then 2 into 2 is 4. S square is there, so 1 s is left, minus 1, because we have taken this 2s outside, therefore we have to write 1. Now minus 2s, since we have taken this minus outside, minus into minus is plus, therefore I will write 2s minus 1. Okay, look at this carefully. Minus into minus is plus. Okay, 2s minus 1, this one 2s minus 1 I will write as it is 2s minus 2s minus nothing is here means we will consider it as 1. Therefore it will become 2s minus 1. Now let us equate these factors to 0. Okay, 2s minus 1 is equal to 0. Therefore it will become 2s is equal to, when this minus 1 it will cross this is equal to sign, it will become plus 1. S is equal to 1. This 2 it is in multiplication, when it will come this side it will become division. Therefore the value of s is 1 by 2. In the same way 2s minus 1, this one I will solve it. You will get same answer, but let me show you. Okay, 2s minus 1 we got 1 by 2, and for this also we will get the same answer. 2s minus 1 is equal to 0. 2s is equal to minus 1, when it will cross this side it will become plus 1. S is equal to 1, it is in multiplication, when it will cross this is equal to side it will become division. S is equal to 1 by 2. See, for S we have got two values, that is 1 by 2 and 1 by 2. That is the value of alpha is 1 by 2, beta is also 1 by 2. Alpha is equal to 1 by 2, beta is equal to 1 by 2. And these are called the zeros of the polynomial of the quadratic equation 4s square minus 4s plus 1. Why we will say these are the zeros of the polynomial of the quadratic equation 4s square minus 4s plus 1? Because in the place of s, if we substitute these values, we will get this equation, it will be 0. It will become 0. Therefore, these are the zeros of the polynomial of the quadratic equation 4s square minus 4s plus 1. Okay. Now let us solve the second part of the question. That is, verify the relationship between the zeros and the coefficient. Let us do that. Okay. First let me rub this. We know the value of alpha and beta. That is, alpha is equal to 1 by 2 and beta is equal to 1 by 2. Okay. These are the zeros of the polynomial of this equation. See, what the second part says, verify the relationship between the zeros and the coefficients. Say, coefficient of s square is what? 4. That is, this equation, it is in the form of ax square plus bx plus c, right? Ax square plus bx plus c, where a is the coefficient of x square, b is the coefficient of x and c is constant. See, 4s square minus 4s plus 1. A is equal to 4. B is equal to minus 4. C is equal to 1. Here A is the coefficient of s square, B is the coefficient of s and C is constant. Right? And the relationship between the zeros and the coefficient is alpha plus beta is equal to minus b by a and alpha beta is equal to c by a. This is the relationship between the zeros and the coefficient. But what we have to do? We have to verify this. Therefore, first let us verify this equation. That is alpha plus beta is equal to minus b by a. We are verifying this equation. Okay? Alpha plus beta. See, the value of alpha is how much? 1 by 2. 1 by 2 plus beta. The value of beta is 1 by 2. Both the denominators are same. So I can write 2. Here 1 plus 1 is how much? 2. 2 by 2 is equal to 2 ones are 2 ones are. That is 1. So alpha plus beta we have got 1. Now minus b by a. Minus b by a. That is minus b is how much? Minus 4. For this minus, let me write minus b. The value of b is minus 4. Divided by a. The value of a is 4. Minus into minus is plus 4. Divided by 4. 4 ones are 4 ones are. Okay, 1 is the answer. Here also LHS is equal to RHS, right? LHS is equal to RHS. Therefore, this relationship it is verified. Okay. Now let us verify this one. That is alpha beta is equal to c by a. Let me rub this. Alpha into beta. In this, LHS is alpha into beta. See, alpha into beta. The value of alpha is 1 by 2. Into beta. The value of beta is 1 by 2. 1 into 1 divided by 2 into 2 is 4. 1 by 4. RHS is what? C by a. C by a. C by a is 1 by 4. 1 by 4. Isn't it? LHS is equal to RHS. LHS is equal to RHS. Therefore, the relationship is verified. Hope you have understood. Let us solve the third problem. Now, let us solve the question 3. Look at this question. 6x square minus 3 minus 7x. It is not in order. Means it is not in the form of ax square plus bx plus c. It is not in order. So, let us write it in order. 6x square minus 7x minus 3. Now this one it is in order. First let us do the first part of the question. Find the zeros of the quadratic polynomial. First let us find out the zeros of the quadratic polynomial. How to find out this? We have to factorize this one. See. Minus 3 into 6x square. That is 6 3s are 18 plus into minus is minus. Minus 18 x square. Okay. 6x square minus 3 is minus 18 x square is equal to minus 7x. That is middle term minus 7x. In the first equation I told you, when it is minus minus, what we have to write? Without thinking we have to write minus plus. Okay. Now we have to find two numbers such that when we will multiply these two numbers, we have to get this as answer, and when we will subtract these two numbers, we have to get this as answer. Which are those numbers? Say 9 and 2. 9x plus 2x. Minus into plus is minus. 9 2s are 18. X into x is x square. When we will multiply these two, we will get this as answer. Minus 9x plus 2x is how much? Minus 7x. We have to subtract this and we have to keep the greater number symbol. Therefore, it will become minus 7x. Okay? Now, let us write in this 6x square minus 7x. This minus 7x, I can write this as minus 9x plus 2x. Right? Minus 9x plus 2x. For this minus, let me write minus 3. Okay. Now let us do this as one group and this as one group. Now tell me, 6x square minus 9x, which is common? Just compare the numerical numbers, 6 and 9. What is common? 3 is common, right? X square and x, what is common? X is common. Therefore, let us bring 3x outside. Therefore, it will become 3 2s are 6. X it is outside. How much x is left? Only 1x. Minus 3. 3s are 9. Okay. Then close the bracket. Because already we have taken x as common. So nothing is left in the place of x. Then what we have to take? Plus 2x minus 3. Nothing is common, so we will take 1 as common. Okay? 2x minus 3. 3x plus 1. 3x plus 1. We will equate this to 0. Okay? We will equate this to 0. First, let me equate this 2x minus 3 to 0. 2x minus 3 is equal to 0. 0. 2x is equal to minus 3. When it will cross this is equal to sign, it will become plus 3. X is equal to 3. It is in multiplication. When it will cross this side, it will become division. Therefore, x is equal to 3 by 2. Now, let us equate this 3x plus 1. 3x plus 1 is equal to 0. 3x is equal to plus 1. When it will cross that side, it will become minus 1. X is equal to minus 1. This 3 is in multiplication. When it will cross this side, it will become division. Therefore, it is minus 1 by 3. Now, we got two values for x. What are these? These are called as the zeros of the polynomials of the quadratic equation 6x square minus 7x minus 3. Isn't it? X is equal to 3 by 2. X is equal to minus 1 by 3. It is the zeros of the polynomial. Then how to represent that? By using alpha and beta. Alpha and beta. The value of alpha is how much? 3 by 2. Beta is minus 1 by 3. Okay. We have found the zeros of the polynomial of the quadratic equation. We have completed the first part of the question and now we have to complete the second part of the question. That is, we have to find out the relationship between the zeros and the coefficient. Let us do that. Let me rub this. Okay. We know that there are two formulas which shows the relationship between the zeros and the coefficient. Which are they? They are alpha plus beta is equal to minus b by a. This is one formula. And alpha beta is equal to c by a. These are the two formulas which shows the relationship between zeros are the coefficient. But here we have to verify this. Okay. Before that, let us write the values of A, B and C. We know the value of alpha and beta. Now let us write the value of A, B, C. Here. It is in the form of ax square plus bx plus c, where a is the coefficient of x square, b is the coefficient of x and c is constant. Isn't it? So 6x square question minus 7x minus 3. In the place of the coefficient of x square is how much? 6. Therefore, a is equal to 6. The coefficient of x is what? Minus 7. Therefore, it is b is minus 7. Constant is 6. That is minus 3. Now we know the values of a, b, c. Right? Now, let us verify the first equation. Okay? This one. This one. See here, alpha plus beta. First let me take the LHS. Alpha plus beta is equal to what? Alpha is, the value of alpha is 3 by 2 plus beta is minus 1 by 3. Okay? 3 by 2 plus into minus is minus 1 by 3. Now look at this. The denominators are different here. Therefore, we have to take the LCM. 2 and 3. What is the LCM? 6. 2 ones are 2. 3 ones are 3. That is 2 into 3 is 6. 6 is the LCM and we will equalize the denominator to 6. 6. Here. 2. 3 are 6. Therefore, we will multiply 2 3s are 6. Already we have written 3 3s are 9. Okay. Now 3 2s are 6. Therefore, 3 2s are 6. Already it is here. 1 into 2. That is minus 2. 9 minus 2 is what? 7. 7 by 6. Okay. This is our LHS. Now let us do the RHS. RHS is what? Look at this equation. Alpha plus beta is equal to minus b by a. Therefore, minus b by a it is our RHS. Value of minus b is what? Minus 7. Look at this carefully. For this minus, let me write minus b. The value of b is minus 7. So let me take this in the bracket. Divided by a. The value of a is 6. Minus into minus is plus 7 divided by 6. You can see that LHS is equal to RHS. Therefore, the formula alpha plus beta is equal to minus b by a, it is verified. Right? Now we have to verify this formula. Let me do that. First let me rub the board. Now let us verify this formula. Alpha beta is equal to c by a. What is the LHS? That is alpha into beta. LHS is alpha into beta. The value of alpha is minus 1 by 3. Minus 1 by 3 into beta is 3 by 2. Okay. Minus 1 into 3 is what? Minus 3. 3 into 2 is what? 6. Minus 3 by 6. We can write 3 ones are 3 twos are. That is minus 1 by 2. Okay. RHS is what? C by A. C by A. How can I write? Minus 3 divided by A. The value of A is 6. 3 ones are 3 twos are. That is minus 1 by 2. LHS is equal to RHS. Therefore, the formula alpha beta is equal to C by A, it is verified. Okay. Hope you have understood this. Let us solve the fourth problem. Now let us solve this question number 4. 4u square plus 8u. First let us do the first part of the question. Find the zeros of the quadratic polynomial. We have to find out the zeros of this quadratic polynomial. See here. Is this a quadratic equation? Yes. Because for you have degree 2. It is a quadratic equation. But the constant term is missing, isn't it? No problem. Let us find out the factors for this. Say which is common? 4 and 8. Which is common in this? 4 is common. U square and u. What is common? U it is common. Okay. Therefore, for u, let us bring it outside the bracket. Say for u, what is left? U is left. U plus 4 2s are 8. Okay. U already we have taken out. Now let us equate these factors to 0. Okay. That is 4u is equal to 0. U plus 2 is equal to 0. U is equal to 0 by 4. That is what? U is equal to 0 by anything is what? 0. Okay. Then U plus 2 is equal to 0. U is equal to plus 2. When it crosses is equal to sign, it will become minus 2. Then for U, we got two values. That is 0 and minus 2. What are these? These are the zeros of the polynomial of the quadratic equation 4u square plus 8u. Right? Why they have got the zeros of the polynomial? Because when we will substitute these values in this equation, the quadratic equation, it will become 0. Therefore, it is a zeros of the quadratic equation. Okay. Now, let us do the second part of this question. What is that? Verify the relationship between the zeros and the coefficient. We have two formulas which says the relationship between zeros and the coefficient. Which are those? The first formula is alpha plus beta is equal to minus b by a. Alpha into beta is equal to c by a. These are the two formulas which shows the relationship between zeros and the coefficient. See, already we got the value of alpha and beta. Nothing but alpha is 0, beta is minus 2. Isn't it? Now, B, A, C. What are these? B, it is the coefficient of U. And A, it is the coefficient of U square. C, it is constant. But constant term it is not given. So, let us write plus 0. Okay. See, it is in the form of ax square plus bx plus c, where a is the coefficient of x square. Therefore, a is equal to what? 4 here. A is equal to 4. B is equal to. B is the coefficient of x. Therefore, the coefficient of u is 8. C is constant. Here nothing is given, so we have to write 0. Okay. Now let us verify the relationship. First let me verify the relationship of this equation. Okay. That is alpha plus beta is equal to minus b by e. I am verifying this equation. First let me take the LHS. What is the LHS? Alpha plus beta. Alpha plus beta, the value of alpha is 0. 0. For this plus, let me write plus. Beta, the value of beta is minus 2. 0 plus into minus is minus 2. Therefore, plus 0 minus 2 is minus 2. Okay. Then RHS. What is our RHS? That is minus B by A. See, for this minus symbol, let me write minus. Okay. Don't get confused here. For this minus symbol, I am writing minus. The value of B is 8. Let me write here 8. Divided by A. The value of A is 4. 4 ones are 4 twos. That is minus 2 by 1. We can write it as minus 2. Isn't it? The value does not change. Suppose if 1 is in the denominator, the value does not change. See, LHS and RHS both are same. Therefore, alpha plus beta is equal to minus B by A, verified. Because LHS is equal to RHS. Right? Now we have to verify this formula. That is alpha beta is equal to C by A. Alpha beta is equal to C by A. What is our LHS? LHS is alpha into beta. The value of alpha is 0. Beta is minus 2. Therefore, 0 into minus 2 is what? 0 into anything is 0. See, let me take RHS. That is C by A. See, the value of C is 0. 0 by A. That is 4. 0 by anything is what? 0. Right? Therefore, LHS is equal to RHS and alpha beta is equal to into beta is equal to C by A, verified. Hope you have understood this one. Let us solve the fifth question. And the fifth question is t square minus 15. See, it is a quadratic equation, right? Because we have degree 2. For t, we have square. It is a quadratic equation. See, we have to find the zeros of the quadratic polynomial. And this is the first part of the question. That is, we have to find out the zeros of the quadratic polynomial. Then, let us find out the zeros of the polynomial. That is here, t square minus 15. Let me equate it to 0. Okay? T square is equal to minus 15. When it will cross this is equal to sign, it will become plus 15. See, the value of t square is 15. But here we must concentrate on the value of t, not on t square. Therefore, t is equal to this square. When it will cross this side, it will become square root. Square root 15. That is plus or minus square root of 15. Then for t, we have two values. That is t is equal to plus square root of 15. T is equal to minus square root of 15. Isn't it? And these are the zeros of the polynomial of the quadratic equation t square minus 15. Say, zeros of the polynomial, they are represented by using alpha and beta. That is, the value of alpha is square root of 15 and the value of beta is minus square root of 15. And we have completed the first part of the question. Then, what is the second part of the question? Verify the relationship between the zeros and the coefficient. We already know we have two formulas. That is, alpha plus beta is equal to minus b by a. Alpha beta is equal to c by e. These are the two formulas which says the relationship between the zeros and the coefficients. Right? Now let us verify this. Before this, let me write the values of a, b, c. See here, the coefficient of, look at this carefully, The quadratic equation, it will be in the form of ax square plus bx plus c. Isn't it? Here they have given t square minus 15. T square minus 15. Here the x term it is not given. So let us write 0. Okay. A, it is the coefficient of x square. Here 1 is the coefficient of t square. Therefore a is equal to 1. B is equal to 0. Because the coefficient is not given. X term is only not there. Then C is minus 15. Okay. Now let us verify this equation. Okay. Alpha plus beta is equal to minus b by a. To verify this, let us take LHS and RHS separately. LHS. What is our LHS? That is alpha plus beta. The value of alpha is how much? Root 15 plus beta is minus root 15. Okay. Now look at this carefully. Plus root 15 plus into minus is minus root 15. It will get cancelled. Plus root 15 minus root 15, it will get cancelled. Answer is 0. RHS. RHS is minus b by a. For this minus symbol, let me write minus. The value of b is what? Value of b is 0. 0 by a, that is 1. Say 0 divided by 1 is how much? That is 0, right? Therefore, LHS is equal to RHS and alpha plus beta is equal to minus b by a. It is verified. Now we have to verify this one. Alpha beta is equal to c by d. Let us verify this. Let me rub this one. Alpha beta is equal to c by a. In this, what is the LHS? LHS is alpha into beta. The value of alpha is root 15 into beta is minus root 15. Now look at this carefully. Plus into minus is what? Minus. Root 15 into root 15 is what? Root 15 the square, right? Root 15 into root 15 is root 15 the square. This square root and this square it cancels. Therefore, the answer is minus 15, right? Then C by A. C by A. This is our RHS. The value of C is what? Minus 15. Minus 15. The value of A is 1. Minus 15 by 1 is how much? Minus 15. Now look at this LHS and RHS. Both are equal. LHS is equal to RHS. Therefore, alpha beta is equal to C by A. It is verified. Hope you have understood. Now let us do the sixth question. Now let us solve the sixth question. First let us do the first part of the question. That is, find the zeros of the following quadratic polynomial. Let us find out the zeros of the polynomial of this quadratic equation. Okay? How to find this? We have to factorize this. That is, 4 3s are 12. Minus into plus is minus. Minus 12 x square is equal to minus x. Okay? Now observe this carefully. Minus it is there. Therefore, without thinking we have to write minus plus. Okay? I have told you in the first question, while solving the first question. When it is minus minus, without thinking, we have to write the symbol of the factors as minus plus. Now we have to find two numbers such that when we will multiply these two numbers, we have to get this as answer, and when we will subtract these two numbers, we have to get this as answer. Which are those numbers? 4 3s are, that is 4x into 3x. Now look at this. Minus into plus is what? Minus. 4 3s are 12. X into x is x square. When we will multiply these two, we will get this as answer, right? Minus 4x plus 3x. When we will subtract this, we will get minus x. Okay? So these two are the factors. Now look at this. 3x square minus x. This one we will replace it as minus 4x plus 3x. This minus x we are replacing it as minus 4x plus 3x. Minus 4x plus 3x. For this minus 4 we are writing minus 4. Now let us do the group. This one and this one. Now compare these two. 3 and 4. Whether they are common? No. X square and x. Are they common? Yes. X is common. So let us take x outside. Then what is left? 3 into x minus 4. See, x already we have taken out. Now plus 3x minus 4. Is there any common? No. Therefore let us take 1. 3x minus 4. Okay. 3x minus 4 into x plus 1. Now let us equate this to 0. Okay, let us equate this to 0. That is 3x minus 4 is equal to 0. X plus 1 is equal to 0. We are equating this to 0. See, 3x is equal to minus 4. When it will cross this side, it will become plus 4. X is equal to 4 by 3. Because 3 it is in multiplication, when it will cross this side, it will become division. X is equal to plus 1. When it will cross this side, it will become minus 1. We have got two values for x, that is 4 by 3 and minus 1. What are they? They are the zeros of the polynomial of the quadratic polynomial 3x square minus x minus 4. Because when we will substitute these values in this equation, we will get this one, the quadratic equation, it will become 0. Therefore, these two are the zeros of the polynomial of the quadratic polynomial 3x square minus x minus 4. So, the zeros of the polynomial, they are represented by using alpha and beta. That is, the value of alpha is 4 by 3 and the value of beta is minus 1. Alpha is 4 by 3, beta is equal to minus 1. Okay? And they are the zeros of the polynomial. We have completed the first part of the question. Now let us come to the second part of the question. What is that? Verify the relationship between the zeros and the coefficients. We know that we have two formulas which says the relationship between the zeros and the coefficient. Which are they? They are alpha plus beta is equal to minus b by a. Alpha into beta is equal to c by a. But in the question, they told us to verify. So, first let me verify this formula. Okay? I am verifying this formula. That is alpha plus beta is equal to minus b by a. First, to verify, let me take LHS and RHS separately. LHS. What is LHS? Alpha plus beta. Alpha plus beta. The value of alpha is what? 4 by 3. Plus beta. the value of beta is minus 1. Okay, nothing in the denominator means I can write 1. Now look at this, 3 and 1. The denominators are different. We have to take the LCM of 3 and 1. What is the LCM? 3 is the LCM. Okay, therefore 4 plus 1 into 3, because we are equalizing the denominator. 1 into 3 is 3, already it is here. Minus 1 into 3 is minus 3. Let me take this in the bracket. Okay. Then it will become 4 plus into minus is minus 3 divided by 3. 4 minus 3 is 1. 1 by 3. Alpha plus beta we will get 1 by 3. Now we have to take the RHS, that is minus b by a. Say b by a. The value of b by a, that is value of b and a. Let us write here. See here. Ax square plus bx plus c. The quadratic equation is in the form of ax square plus bx plus c. Isn't it? A means what? It is the coefficient of x square. B means it is the coefficient of x. C it is constant. Therefore, the value of A is 3. A is what? 3. B is minus 1. C is minus 4. Okay? Let us substitute in this. For this minus, let me write minus. B. The value of B is minus 1. Divided by A. The value of A is 3. Minus into minus is plus. Plus 1 by 3. See. LHS is 1 by 3. RHS is 1 by 3. LHS is equal to RHS. Therefore, alpha plus beta is equal to B by A. It is verified. Now we have to verify this one. This formula. Alpha beta is equal to C by A. Let me verify this. First let me rub the board. Alpha beta is equal to C by A. I am verifying this formula. First let me take LHS. Alpha beta. Value of alpha is 4 by 3. Beta is minus 1. Okay. Therefore minus 1. 4 into minus 1 is minus 4 divided by 3. Then C by A. RHS is what? C by A. The value of C is minus 4. Minus 4 divided by. The value of A is 3. Minus 4 by 3. Look at this. LHS is equal to RHS. LHS is equal to RHS. Therefore, alpha beta is equal to C by A. This is verified. Hope you have understood. Stay connected. Keep supporting. Thank you.